Hello everybody and welcome back to Dice by the Sword. We are here again for another episode of Nyxalia, an Aetherbound Saga. Apologies for last week. We'll get into why we weren't here last week, but essentially my 8-month-old daughter was very, very poorly, and the night before I had 2 hours sleep and was in no fit condition to run a D&D game. But we're back. We are back for the next episode. But I am not alone. As always, we have our wonderful members of Dice by the Sword with us. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Yay! We are here. Oh God, we're in already. Before we get into tonight's episode of Nyxalia, we do have our usual announcements to go through. So, first and foremost, merchandise. So, we have had a new merch drop, which launched last week, Luke, I believe?
Yes, it did.
We have some new merch on our store. It's really, really fucking cool. Go check it out. We have a Mind Flayer t-shirt with some... It's really, really cool. It's like tattoo-styled, Mind Flayer-y art. It's fucking dope. Go check it out. Oh, go over to the merch store and check that out. It's really, really cool. It's in lots of different designs, different colors. It's on different types of clothing, whether it's a t-shirt, a vest, a jacket, or whatever. Go check it out. Really, really cool. If you haven't already, you should already know this, but we're all over social media. We're on every social media platform, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky. There's others that we're probably a part of as well. So if you haven't already, go over there and check us out on socials, hit the follow, the like, all that kind of stuff. Ali Hall, thank you very much for the 2-month subscription. Appreciate that. And as well as... social media, you should, if you haven't already, check us out on YouTube, because we release all of our episodes in bite-sized chunks. So we break our episodes down into 2 lovely little episodes over on YouTube, and they release on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And if they're not bite-sized enough for you, then our weekly Once Upon a Roll episodes, where we recap every session in a lovely ASMR-style bedtime story, they release on Fridays, as well as other content which we'll be releasing on there in the near future. If you haven't already, then by all means, like Ali Hall did, there is a subscription button down below. You can press that if you want to support us here, or you can support us on Patreon. There's a few little things that you get on Patreon as well, but if you want to support the channel and help us grow, all the money that we get from subscriptions and donations and merch all gets put back into the production value of what we do here. You do not have to subscribe to our channel to come and watch us. However, everyone is welcome. All you have to do is just come and watch us on a Sunday. But if you already pay for Amazon Prime, then you can connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and it's absolutely free. Right. Charlie, do you know like those late night TV programs with the little person who does the hands, the sign for...
I'm signing for you, but in excitement.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm your mute hype man.
Yeah, I love it. It's so good. I'm like, do you pay for Amazon Prime already? And you're like, do you? Is that it? Incredible.
You can tell I did an A-level in drama.
I know. Cool. So yeah, any support that you want to offer and any support that you can give us is very much appreciated, but all we ever ask is that you come and watch us. That's the biggest amount of support that we ever want from our viewers, is just to come and spend a bit of time with us on a Sunday and watch us play some D&D. Or in Dan's case, not anymore. Anyway, things to come in the future. So we have 2 more episodes of Nyxalia before the end of this arc. So it's tonight and then next Sunday. And then we have something very, very special on the horizon. I'm going to pick on someone else this week. So, Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's coming in the next couple of weeks?
You got this, Joe. You've got this. I believe in you.
I've just sat down. Okay. So we have a 3-part one-shot by... me, Charlie, Dan. I don't know if I'm pointing the right person.
That's fine.
Somewhere. It's going to be topsy-turvy and super crazy. I'm very excited. It's all going to be different themes. We've all kind of stuck to things that we enjoy. So it's going to be cool to put the rest of the guys through some torture and hopefully entertain everyone. It's going to be crazy.
Excellent. So yeah, I'm not here for 3 weeks, and I'm handing over the reins to 3 of our cast members, and they're going to pass the baton from week on week. And the same story is going to traverse 3 different kind of settings and 3 different kind of adventures through mysterious means. We will leave that up to your imagination, but it's really, really cool. Please, even though we're not doing Nyxalia, please come and support these guys as they run that 3-shot, because again, it's going to be cool. And then if I come back and find out that they've DM'd better than me, you can let me know in the chat when I come back and run Nyxalia, and you'll be like, oh my god, back to this boring shit. And then it'll hurt my feelings, and then I will get better because I'll grow from that. Anyway, a bit further afield from that, we have something else happening. No.
That was just self-confidence imploding there in front of us.
And then a little bit further afield, so once we do get back to Nyxalia, we have something really, really cool planned at the end of May. Charlie, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
We're going to the UK Games Expo. We're going to be there all weekend, the 30th of May to the 1st of June. We're going to be I'll be doing a one-shot Nyxalia base at about 2 o'clock on the Saturday. A couple of us around about 8 o'clock are going to be doing some other one-shots to do with UKG, which is all going to be very, very fantastic and exciting and fun, which you can come and join in and play with us and get us to be your DMs, which is going to be really exciting. We're also going to be doing bits and pieces around the con during the weekend. So hopefully you come up, say hi, see us. It's all going to be fun. It's going to be at Birmingham's NEC. So you can get your tickets now on the website, which is absolutely fab. Come and hang out with us and have the best time at the UK Games Expo.
Hell yeah, love that. So that about wraps up all our announcements. However, if you have seen just in chat, Luke is currently going to be doing in April 120 miles walking his doggy in aid of Stand Up to Cancer. Luke, do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. Me and the handsomest and goodest of all the boys, Jeff, are walking 120 miles throughout April. We're 30 miles in, so we're already a quarter of the way through, which I'm quite pleased at that pace. Annoyingly though, I've got a flat tire at the moment because my plan was to go out into the beautiful landscape of Yorkshire and take Jeff out and get lots of photos. But I can't do that for a couple of days until I get a new tire. But the link in the chat at the moment if you want to donate, and also you can follow along our little journey together if you want to see pictures of, because there's not much of my face on there, which is lucky for you, but Jeff's beautiful little mush is all over it.
It is good.
You're so cute. So
Cute.
So all the proceeds go to Stand Up to Cancer. So if you can spare what little you can spare, please hit the link in the chat at the moment and donate. And then everything will be going to a good cause. And also it helps Luke motivate him to do 120 miles through April. So over the next few weeks, we will be making sure that this announcement stays in our announcement segment, because any and all support that you guys can offer will be very much appreciated. I think that about wraps up all of our announcements. However, just a little segue into just a little topic from me. You guys have obviously been following along since before December when we launched this campaign, or is it January? I can't remember. But January. However, you guys have been following along. You know what's happened in this campaign. If you have any memes, any art submissions that you want to send us, any if you want to collaborate with us, if any of you guys are content creators and you want to collaborate with us, then please reach out to us via social medias. You can either do that on any social media platform. You can connect with us via Discord if you jump into our Discord server. As we want to kind of grow this community, we would also be very much open to your ideas. What do you want to see more of? Is there any variety streams that you want to see us do? Is there any content that you want us to kind of look at? Would you like us to organize an in-person D&D game where we do a marathon game where we play for 24 hours and we do it for charity? Or all those ideas, please send them in if we want to kind of grow this community with you guys. I know that in the streaming world, building a community is one of those things that people say, but we are truly wanting to kind of grow something where we have like-minded people who share similar interests, where we can all just nerd the fuck out over TTRPGs and other games. So please either join our Discord or send us some stuff in via social media, because we'd love to get to know you guys as well. So art submissions, memes, jokes, all that kind of fun stuff. You can record reactions to our shorts. You can do all that kind of stuff and post them and tag us, and anything and everything that you guys can do would be very much appreciated. Anyway, enough about me fucking rambling on. Let's play some D&D, guys. Or in Dan's case, sit back and watch people play D&D. Anyway, if you haven't already, go get yourselves a drink, sit back, relax, get yourselves comfortable, because we're about to dive into Dice by the Sword.
The long road to adventure is never paved so clean. Spells and fists are sometimes used, others make a scene. So grab your gear, the game's begun. A tale of triumph for everyone. One roll can go and seal your fate. A crit or fail, it's never too late. Blades and spells, the dice decide. Hold your breath, it's a wild ride. We come together every week to see where we will go. And when we strike, you bet your life will crush our evil foes. We're adventurers. Ancient fiends will cast them out. We're adventurers. You'll never have any doubt. Dungeon delving, monster chasing, finding a hidden hoard. Just remember who we are. We're Dice by the Sword.
Last time on Dice by the Sword, the party, alongside Captain Torren and Whistlestone's remaining warriors, arrived at the Blackfall Quarry. Ready to take on the forces of the Ironshade Consortium, Torren led the charge, breaking through the lines to clear a path, giving the party their chance to enter the quarry and move forward toward the heart of the conflict. As they ventured deeper and deeper within the quarry itself, the Aether Heart, an ancient and powerful crystal buried beneath the earth, awoke. Its power surged, causing strange gravity anomalies and distorting the fabric of reality around them. The party fought to stay grounded as the Aether Heart's influence made their journey treacherous, throwing them off balance, threatening their progress, and so on. However, the deeper they travelled, the more intense the conflict became, until they arrived at the quarry's centre, where the party encountered Varric Bloodscale, the mastermind behind the Consortium's efforts to extract the Aether Heart, and what followed was a brutal, hard-fought battle. Varric and his guards fought fiercely, pushing the party to near breaking point. In the end, however, the party emerged victorious, but at a heavy cost. The battle had taken its toll, and Ulrich, the heart of the group, had fallen in the heat of combat. And as the echoes of battle died down, the party was left to potentially mourn the loss of their comrade, even as they freed countless prisoners from the clutches of the Consortium. Still, questions remain unanswered. With the quarry secured and the forces of the Ironshade in disarray, the town of Whistlestone had a brief moment of relief. But what lay ahead? What lay ahead with the party without Ulrich, and what dark forces still stirred beneath the surface of this victory? Ulrich.
Mm-hmm.
The world is still. No sound. No breath. No heartbeat. You stand upon a great plain of mist. The ground beneath your feet, soft, endless. Before you rises a colossal tree, its bark cracked with age, its leaves glowing faintly with silvery light. This is the World Tree. Its branches stretch into the void above and all around you, its roots burrowing into the unseen depths below. It hums with an ancient power, timeless, unmoving, eternal. And there, amidst its roots, 3 towering figures. Giantkin, carved from stone and storm, cloaked in whispers. Their eyes glow like distant moons, and when they speak, it is with the voice of thunder across mountaintops. Ulrich, son of ash and war, you stand at the boundary, where breath falters and souls drift. Another voice. Your blood is stilled. The song of your heart faded from the realm of the living. You stand before us defiant. Defiant of the weave of fate. Why are you here?
Yeah, it is a very good question. I must have died. I didn't think I would. But I knew if I was to die, I would pass into here.
That is where you are wrong, mortal. If you are to die, you do not pass through. You simply go to the next place. You are not meant to be here.
What do you
As
mean?
I said, defiance. Defiance of fate itself. It's almost as though you're willing this meeting. Why?
What's that? I have not willed anything. My giant kid, you are all I have looked to my entire life. And now I stand before you. I do not know what to do. I did not want to die. I did not want to fall. My friends, they are going to be there waiting for me, and I have a purpose, no? The tree, it spoke to me. When I consumed its fruit, when I took my Titan feast, I was shown what was happening to what is left of your descendants and people. I need to help us return to the greatness we once had. The Goliaths are going to suffer. They are going to die. And I must must put a stop to this, or find the one who will.
The path you asked to walk defies nature itself, Ulrich. The gate is closed to most, but not one who still carries purpose. But purpose is not enough on its own. He must be tested. See the tall giantkin stood directly before you, turns, and goes, then it is the labyrinth for him. The path between life and death is not so easily traversed. Return is not a gift, it is a trial. You shall walk the labyrinth of the soul. In its heart, your essence will be measured. In its chambers, you will answer not with words, but with truth. Pass through the 4 rooms. In each, a voice will await you. Questions will be asked, and your path forward will be decided by the answers you give. Strength, honor, mercy, wisdom, these are not just words. They are weights. And only one who truly carries them may potentially return. Do you understand?
Laura kind of looks to the mists around him and then sort of just one final time takes in the sort of the awe and the sheer majesty of the tree he has seen in art renditions and books and Goliath stories, and just the sort of culmination of his history and his belief sort of stood before him as these giants tell him what needs to be done. And his fists clench as he sort of looks towards them, slams a foot down, and tries to sort of rage and accumulate the power of the tree he has once before as he pulls his chest forward and says, "Weight is what I am good at lifting. I will take every weight. I will take the world, I will take the chains, and I will hold up what needs to be held. I will take your tests, and I will return to the land, to my friends."
He raises a hand, and you see the world tree's roots begin to writhe and shift and form an archway just behind you. The air itself shifts as if the sky all around you begins to fracture. Should you pass, you will return. Should you not, then fate will have its day.
Well, I have never been one to give in to fate. My kin, my gods, I will see you much, much later. And he just takes to running straight through the archway, just in and through.
You do so. You race through. And before you stands stone walls that seem to rise like the walls of a coliseum. Distant echoes of battle cries, clashing steel fills the air, and a single brazier burns at its center. And from the shadows steps our first individual. Joe, would you like to describe what this individual looks like, please?
Yep. An individual with a scarred brow and a booming laugh. He stands leaning on a war hammer, a ghost of pride in his eyes. He looks over at you. Ulrich, you were always strong. But now I ask you, what truly makes you a warrior? Is it strength in arm or strength in soul? One door leads to glory, the other, sacrifice. Which one you choose?
As this figure speaks out to you, behind them, see the mist and the walls themselves begin to shift and change, and two doors are created. Above the first are etched the word strength, and above the other, sacrifice.
This Goliath in front, this sort of figure before me, does it look familiar to anyone I've seen in drawings, histories? Like, would I just, from a general glance, recognize a vague image of them?
They don't, it doesn't represent anybody, but it also represents everybody in a way. If you were to squint, you could see that it might be an old sparring partner from your youth, or a weapons master that used to thrash your knuckles for, you know, not drilling quite right, you know?
Yeah.
It could be somebody that you've met on the battlefield. It could be somebody from giant kin history. You don't know.
Looking to the two doorways, and then sort of to the brazier, he slowly approaches the figure, and these two things are not separate-ish things, presumably. There is sacrifice in strength, and there is strength in sacrifice. You must have soul, and you must have body to truly do what needs to be done. I couldn't choose one or the other, necessarily.
It is a choice you're going to have to make. if you ever want to see your friends again. Now, which door do you choose, Ulrich?
Well, I need my strength, but I must. You said strength, you said glory, right?
Strength or sacrifice?
He's contemplating for a few seconds. He looks to the door of sacrifice and, well, if I am to do what that must be done, I must accept that sacrifice comes no matter what I do. So, I will take sacrifice.
The figure will point towards the door, and the pathway kind of clears and opens with silence. And the figure in front of you puts their hand over their heart. Then you are ready to carry the others with you. Step forward. And he ushers you towards the door.
He sort of places a hand to his chest. Thank you, my friend. And slowly walks through the door.
As you do, you pass through mist and shadow into the next place, where smooth, reflective stone lines this chamber. In the center, you see two statues stand back to back, one with sword drawn, and the other bowing, seemingly in surrender. Another figure steps forward, their face veiled in smoke. Luke, could you please describe what this individual looks like?
Stepping forward is a ghostly figure, covered in pristine ceremonial armor, and a voice comes from behind the mist that is his face. A moment comes when power offers you an easy path. But what price do you pay when no one watches? Would you betray your path? Sorry.
Right.
Would you betray your path to save the
Mission.
the mission? Sorry.
Okay, riddles are hard. You take your time. I'm dead.
Would you betray your path to save the mission? Or keep your honor, even if it costs you everything?
As this voice echoes out, you see the reflective stone begin to shift and change as two more doors appear. Of the first, honor. The second, pragmatism.
Just Google pragmatism real quick. When you say pragmatism, I'm assuming it means like thinking. I know what the word means, but I just need a quick description of that. Just
Okay. So he's essentially asking you, would you choose honor over all? Or would you do something dishonorable for the sake of a mission, for example?
It's difficult, my friend. You talk of honor. It was the backbone of the giants and the Goliaths and our way of life. And look where it has gotten us. At the same time, refusing honor and doing what we need to has brought us to where we are now. There is no one correct way to do things. But if I had to, in a time of need, I will choose to think rather than uphold something that once was. I must look forward and decide what is right at the time and hope that I am correct. So I will take pragmatic door. I think I know what it means.
So the figure turns and simply and silently gestures towards the door.
Again, all I call.
The room darkens ever so slightly, but the path itself opens with a steel grinding on stone as the reflective surface begins to open.
Thank you, my friend. And continues on.
You do so. And as you pass into the next room, you immediately are met with cold. Your body shivers as you enter the room. No walls in this one, it seems, just an endless fog all around you. There is an open space that you find yourself in, though, and at its center lies a single broken sword on the floor on a piece of cloth, and a figure that kneels beside it. Their eyes meeting yours with sorrow. Jack, would you like to describe this NPC or this individual and take the wheel from here, brother?
The individual being someone that you might have seen or remember is a Whistlestone guard in his uniform and chainmail, the sword being his. As he's looking at you, he says the following word. You could not save me. Couldn't save them all. And still, you fight. Why, Oleg? Why do you keep going?
As these words reverberate around the empty space, the mist and fog begins to swirl to form two archways. The fog itself twisting and writhing to form the words redemption over one and duty over the next.
He sort of smiles, sort of taking a knee next to this sort of amorphous guard as he looks to the blade and places a hand to the floor looking at it and says, well, for once that is a slightly easier question to answer. I continue because I have to. I have to be the shield and spear that protects those who cannot be protected. I have to be the one to stand when others cannot, and wield the weight and the force of the battle in front of them when others will fall. I am a warrior at heart. I am a protector, and I will continue to do so. It is what I was made to do. So, it is my duty to protect this world, its people, and my friends. And he quite easily, he sort of stands up, bows slightly, and easily goes for the duty door.
He also stands up, and with your decision being made, he smiles, giving you a warrior salute.
He gives the chest one back and pass on well, soldier. Your battle is fought. I will continue on from here. And through the duty door.
The lights in the room begin to pulse faintly as you step through. You are now in the final room, which is open. Wind howls through broken archways. Stars seem to glitter above. As a figure stands beside a pool of still water. Charlie, would you like to describe who this is?
The spirit before you is a being flickering of fire and starlight, shining and burning furiously, seeming to possess the powers that guard the veil between life and death. It looks at you sternly. You stand at the edge. Behind you, the grave. Before you, time, war, loss. You were given this power, but you must now claim it. Tell me, Uruk, do you believe in your place in this world? Or do you walk blindly into fate?
No doors appear this time, Ulrich.
He sort of, as he stands before this figure, he once again just looks around himself and just, it is very beautiful here. You have a lovely home.
Thank you.
You did your interior? No, I'm not doing this. You... It is not a path I have to claim, because it is one I took a long time ago, when I first set foot outside of my village. When I left all those I cared about because the World Tree saw fit for me to do something. I took it willingly. I have etched it onto my body. I am the Red Raven. I am the one who will bring what needs to be brought to the world. To the Goliaths, to my people, and all the peoples of these islands, these worlds. So, I'm not reclaiming anything, I'm simply returning to the path I already walk.
The spirit going to bow very low and step aside, smiling at you.
As this individual steps to one side, you see the pool itself begin to ripple as the stones rise, giving you a clear path, and the archway at the end of this open space begins to shift as brick and stone begin to fly up before you.
As he stands watching the archway and the being bows and steps aside, he also takes a sort of a mid-bow and looks to them and just... Well, back to the fight. And back to the world. The Earl's going to be very worried, and I'm probably going to get a telling off, but I need to go back, and I want to. There's fights to be had. And he just sets off at like a brisk jog straight into a run and just through the doorway.
You do so. And after passing through the final door, you find yourself again before the World Tree. The giant kin stand in a circle around you, and in perfect synchronicity, their voices blend. You have walked the path between breath and silence, and now, wanderer, you may walk once more in flesh. But know this, your steps are numbered. When the work is done, you will return. And as these words boom around you, before you have chance to say anything, a brilliant light consumes everything around you.
Flashbang.
As Peanut's eyes close on the battlefield, the sound of battle, shouts, and footsteps fade into a distant hush. like the world has held its breath for a moment. You feel yourself drifting, weightless, floating, as if the world begins to fall away into nothing but smoke. Above you, stars shift like watching eyes. Below, the earth cracks open, revealing swirling mists of silver and shadow. A thread, invisible but tangible, tugs at your chest. You move forward into this fog and begin to pierce the veil. You see those who have come before you, many voices, journeys, souls. You begin to reach out with your will as if to briefly walk among them, searching. And then you see it. See what you're searching for. You see a figure hollow against the rest. Stern of form, a shimmering light around them. Ulrich stood mere feet away from you. You reach out, your hand begin moving forward, but suddenly, like a door slamming shut, the mist solidifies. The ground turns to obsidian glass beneath your feet. Above, the stars begin to diminish and vanish one by one. Until all around you, darkness, shadow. From the shadow, a slow clap. Still clinging to threads you were never meant to pull, little flame?
Hello?
A figure steps forward. A familiar figure. Figure that you have been searching for. Vixandra. You have stepped too far, child. You peer into places the living were never meant to see, dance too often across the veil, and it will fray. Fray too much, and it will tear. You think you're clever, curious, brave. You think the dream calls to you because you're chosen, but the dream does not call. It remembers. Every footstep you leave behind echoes through the dark. Not all that hear it mean you well. You are not ready. She turns and gestures. Across the horizon, the obsidian begins to reflect as visions flicker beneath the glassy surface. Ruined cities crawling with bone-white figures, spirals of black mist pouring through broken temples, and skies turned green and black with decay. He turns to you sharply. The veil is not a door, Peanut. It is a dam, and behind it waits the flood. The dream holds them back, but you are poking holes in it, and if you do not stop, if you go one step further without knowing what it truly costs, I will be the one to stop you. I say this not with cruelty, but with care. I have walked these roads. I have seen what lies on the other side, and you are not yet ready to face it. The voice then grows softer. Learn grow, but take care, little flame, for as you shatter the veil between life and death, don't just doom yourself. You'll doom us all. As she clicks her fingers, your eyes roll back as you
Son of a...
jolt upright, seeing Coric above you, holding a potion bottle as if ready to pour it down your throat. Your chest heaving, sweat clinging to your skin. The air is real again. Dust, dirt, warmth. And even more peculiar, these stood on your chest. Eyes locked onto yours, unblinking, head tilted, before chirping gives a little flutter and then hops off your chest and kind of nestles back down into your pocket. Before you have chance to even take in what is happening, Yerrel and Octavius, as you skid almost on knees to the side of Ulrich, Yerrel, you begin clutching at your holy symbol, placing hands on Ulrich's chest. You begin to whisper these religious incantations, lessons taught to you from years ago. Faint thrum begins to pulse through the ground. Not Ulrich. Rhythmic. Like a heartbeat, but it's boom, boom, boom. And then as you kind of take your hands off Ulrich, a sudden gasp of wind spirals upward from the dust around Ulrich, forming a vortex almost of golden mist. At its center, still lying still, is Ulrich. As you cover your eyes, both yourself and Octavius, to try and see through, you see Ulrich begin to rise ever so slightly from the ground, and his chest go once, twice, for the dust, and his form clatters to the ground. Ulrich.
Mm-hmm.
You hear in your head, you walk the world again, wanderer, but not forever. When your task is done, so too shall you be. As Ulrich goes and just sits, bang, bolt, upright. Eyes flare open, and you both see immediately something's different. As Ulrich's right eye has shifted from the beautiful golden hue that it was to a whitish silver.
What bloody potion did you give him?
Are you okay?
She's just going to throw her arms round him, wrap her wings around him, and give him this big, with all her energy, squeeze him for as much as she can. And she's going to cry and just say, "My friend, my friend, my friend."
Yes, it's all. Okay, if anyone else wants to get on this, start now, because I need to get up soon. My chest is very wounded.
She's going to release it and just grab Octavius. Get in here! And she's just going to wrap them both around and squeeze both of them as hard as she can.
Ulrich,
you
have walked the labyrinth. You have been tested, found worthy for a time. You are back with 1 hit point. 4 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll do you.
Coric, as Peanut's eyes open, you too begin to see a slight change. As just at the front, Peanut's hair, you see a strip of ice white form on a handful of strands of hair.
Oh, I'm so cool.
She's an X-Men.
I'm dyeing my hair next week.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Effectively, Big Head Joe, yes, Peanut has a silver cowlick. Exactly that.
Gotta tell my hairdresser.
Is everything all right?
Yeah. Wait. Where's Ulrich?
I'm over here.
Oh,
He's
shit.
just sort of like under everyone.
And I kind of push past, like, as I try to, like, scramble to my feet and I run and I just, like, whoop, like, on top of you. You're alive.
Just.
Did you see me? Did you see me? I seen you. Did you see me in there?
In the labyrinth?
No.
No, you saw. As you say this, he sort of, his arms hit the dirt. He's like, oh, okay, I'm a lot more tired than I thought I was. This is.
Coric, get in here! Come on, you're missing out.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
Come on.
Correct.
I believe they call it a
Coric's
cuddle puddle.
Coric's gonna wander over and just sort of pat everyone on the back a little bit.
You can see Octavia's just like, help me!
In Yeryl's arm, just like
Stuck in the biceps. Like,
yeah, we're in such a lovely moment.
You're all so dirty!
It's very good to see that you're okay, Ulrich.
it is good to see that you are too, my friend. You went down more than once. He just raises a fist up just to give you sort of like a fist bump from outside of things. Just bang.
What's the knuckles?
Hey, rub on me. Rub on me.
Come on then, you.
Yeryl's going to insist as well.
Okay, one more.
Don't worry, you don't need to give me one. I'm just. He's like, oh.
Yeryl will unleash her grip and she's just going to turn Peanut round and just give her the biggest cuddle and wrap her wings round her and just sort of look over every inch of her, making sure she's okay.
You immediately spot these strands of white hair that were definitely not there the last time you looked at her.
Oh, you did something with your hair.
No.
Oh,
What?
Looks.
What's wrong with my hair?
no, it's not wrong. You've got what? It's white now on the front. Did you? Or your eye is different too. What happened to you two?
That
mean
what
it's-
happens when you age?
What do you mean it's different? What's wrong with it?
No, it's not golden now. It's like silver.
Shiny.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Huh.
yes, there is. I think I passed through the boundaries between life and death when I came back. There's a lot to talk about, and I would rather not do it in the bottom of a mine shaft.
Well, let's Yeryl's going to pick up one arm and sort of put him over.
You've genuinely never
and-
seen his legs falter, but he's like, oh, thank
Peanut's
you.
behind you, like she's trying to hold you
Put your
up,
weight
like by your butt. She's like, okay, let's go.
Put your weight on me, Ulrich. Put your weight on me. I can take it. I can
Takes his
take
spear
it.
and kind of, thank you.
Just going to sort of hobble out to, and then she's going to say to Peanut and Ulrich, look. And then she's gesturing and hit to the sound and the merriment. We did it.
The dust still hangs thick in the air, but it is now lit gold with the early morning sun breaking over the quarry's jagged edges. All around there is movement, but not the clash of swords, but the hurried work of survivors. Shackled workers, now free, tend to the wounded. Broken tools are laid down, manacles are broken and discarded, weapons raised in victory are lowered, fatigue. And amidst it all, Corin Vale strides towards you, his armor scarred, his face streaked with blood. Yet there is fire in his eyes. The look of a man who has done what others said could not be. Behind him, dozens of people, men and women from Whistlestone, from the vast reaches of the Stormward province, quarry workers, even a few of the younger prisoners, now armed, stand tall, looking at you, not as strangers, but as heroes. 400 souls, Corin says, his voice low, heavy with emotion. That's how many we've pulled from the earth today. 400 who'd given up hope. 400 who live because of you. Glances over the battlefield. We've won. By Eos, we have won, and Whistlestone will remember this day as long as its stone stands. He offers a hand to each and every one of you. There's much to be done. We'll clean up here, we'll see to the wounded, but this was your fight, your victory, your lead. You gave us the will to strike. You did it. Quarry's taken, we've freed 400 souls from their chains. Barrick's reign here ends. We need to get these people to safety, back to Whistlestone. They'll need to rest to rebuild, but he pauses. Again, looks to the horizon where the first light of dawn begins to break. He looks back at you, his eyes carrying the weight of unspoken gratitude. We've come this far, haven't we? We owe it to these people to see them home.
I think that would be a very good idea. Would you like us to take the charge?
There's a pause. Freed prisoners gather, some limping, others helping those who are weaker, but all filled with a sense of newfound freedom. Corin's voice breaks the stillness again, this time quieter but filled with determination. We'll gather everyone up. We'll make sure those who are wounded and can't walk are carried. Whistlestone beckons, but not over yet. We have some travel left, but take some time. We don't need to leave right away. If there's anything you want to do, now's the time. From me, you have my eternal gratitude. Stand with you as equal. You will forever have my thanks. Anyway, we'll gather by the entrance. Do what you need to do. We don't move till you say so. God, you fuckers are tough. And he turns and begins to kind of like, you see, as he was striding up, he was like stoic and strong. And as the emotion kind of takes over, the adrenaline begins to fade. You see him begin to like limp a little now as he's walking away, like, fuck!
Adrenaline's worn off.
Yeah. But he begins to gather people, leaving you guys there. Is there anything that you guys want to do?
So, the very first thing, what about the loot?
Loot that body now.
Yeah, I don't
Rick
remember
and Peanut
looting
are the loot. They're our loot.
Okay, something more tangible, something more We're
Did anyone?
I
asking,
mean,
So,
not
before...
sell myself short.
No,
Did you
no.
want to search Varric, maybe?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, roll me an investigation check, please.
Ugh,
I'll
And
put
that
my hand on
one,
your shoulder. I'm going to cast guidance.
thank you.
Ulrich's going to look over him and just go, take his sword that I wanted.
Yes, an Ulrich wants his sword. Just like
And okay, that is not bad. 18.
18. Okay. So, you begin to search Barrick and his guards. His guards, again, have some gear that you can take. You have some full plate armor from the brute, as well as a great axe. You have 2 daggers that were on the kind of wiry woman. You also then start to find on Barrick, you find his personal coin purse. So there is a bag full of currency, and as you kind of pull it open and look in, you see there is the shine of a couple of gems potentially in there. You also find his chainmail armor. You find a small silver ring adorned with a crimson emblem. It seems to have the same emblem as you are all familiar with. It is the Iron Shade emblem on the ring itself. And you also find a small iron key.
Dude, I have 2 keys and I don't know what either of them does. But the very first thing, he's going to pocket that silver ring for his own purposes.
You also find lying next to Barrick is his sword, which is a sort of a black obsidian color. It is a saber, but it is there if you want it.
I think Ulrich is a bit tired of actually carrying this kind of stuff, so he's just gonna like grab it and then we can afterwards get through the stuff, do some stuff with it.
Okay, but yes, that's all the loot you find on those bodies.
And can I just, for the sake of morale, I just want to kick Vork's body again. Just
yeah.
Hell yeah, you do so, and as you do, like his body convulses and a bit of blood goes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yum.
Definitely dead. Defo. As
Are they? Oh,
hold up, sorry, just 2 seconds. Peanut,
Yeah.
as you see Octavius pull this stuff from Varric's body, you see the key. I'd like you to roll me a history check, please.
Oh. Okay.
Key to the afterlife.
That's a 19.
19.
Great
You've seen this key before, and you know exactly what it's for.
Why?
You do. You've seen him use this key before. You remember when you were first brought to the mine within the first week when you were being your normal self. You know exactly what this key's for.
Okay. I'm gonna run and take the key. I want this one. I want this one.
Mine.
I want this. Mine. I'm literally gonna do like take it out of him.
what is this? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
I didn't want it. I didn't want it.
Peanut, no snatching. No snatching, Peanut.
It's mine.
Like, damn, like, I'm supposed to be-
First. Share, please, Peanut.
Like, it's so amazing. I'm supposed to be the fastest one. I just
I'm pretty fast too.
No fighting, you two. Come on now.
All right.
Don't make me take it away.
What? Don't make me turn the wagon
23,
round.
man. She's 23.
Coric, sorry, I
like
didn't
it.
mean to interrupt you. What were you going to
It's
do?
okay. I was just wondering, are there any remnants of any of the weaponry or experiments that were being done around the Aether Heart?
Not here, no, not that you can see. There isn't anything that any guard were using that were experimental weaponry that you can see in the vicinity of the Aether Heart, no.
Would I remember in the mine where that stuff was happening?
I don't think you would, because I don't think you ever went to the place that it was, because it's experimental. A lot of it never like worked, no matter how much testing and trial and all the rest of it was done. It's safe to assume that if any success was to be had with this, that Varric himself would keep it very much under lock and key. Like, it wouldn't be something where I go, oh, great success, here, Dave the guard, you go and use that. Like, it would be very much like, great success, gimme. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm just going to kind of turn to the rest of the group and just kind of say, at some point, I feel like we need to find wherever it is that they've stored whatever it is that they were working on here, and make sure it's destroyed. It doesn't fall into the wrong hands. I'm sure they didn't manage to get anything that was actually functional, but whatever successes they had, I don't want them to be in the possession of anybody.
With the power that was showing, it knocked us all over. It came from the ground. It's definitely a strong and powerful weapon, whatever it is. You're right, Korik. We need to make sure it's destroyed.
Do you think the dead man over there was using some of this to control the crystal? He seemed to have a limited reach with its power. Do you believe that could be machine stuff? I don't really know what artificery is too much.
It's a bit of a spectrum of talents, to be honest. My focus is more, well, firearms, really.
You fire arms at people.
I like sticks that go boom. No, it can be machinery, it can be,
Arms.
chemicals, mixing potions and stuff like that. And it can also be
witchcraft.
I agree with you.
No, it's science. It's definitely science.
And he
Or it
like
could
looks
be.
at Ulrich, witchcraft.
I skipped out on that.
I've also seen some books where people make really big suits of armor, but not like normal armor, like armor that's run by magic and is extra strong and extra. It's really cool.
Sounds
Well,
like
that's sold it to me. It's really cool. I'm in. Fuck it.
He did seem to be drawing power from the Aether Heart. Maybe that's what's being used to power this machine, maybe. I don't know. It seemed to have great power.
Maybe he was something of a vessel himself, Found out a way to use it, but not without a price.
True.
Do you think he could have done something to himself, like you have your arm, Kark? Do you think he could be putting stuff inside himself to make him connected to things? I'm not really sure how it works, but if that's what they do.
Are you suggesting that we dissect him?
I mean, not here, but I mean, if his...
We should do that.
If he's got, if they're working on ways for their soldiers to be able to control aether crystals with their mind, something must be going on, surely. It seems like more than just magic.
Should we look around? Should we try and find this, or should we come back and...
I think rest is really in order. As long as this place is under guard, we could speak to the people from
I think
Whistlestown, and
I think Torrin's going to have a big hand in keeping this place under wraps.
we definitely want to find out what they've got, what they know, what's been going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Neutralize this weapon quickly before it falls into anyone else's hands.
Or just destroy them altogether.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. It's get rid of it all completely.
No, I'm not really sure that putting it under lock and key is the right idea. Because Whistlestone could definitely use this quarry for their advantage, financial and stuff. Because there's a lot of many valuable minerals. I mean, pick up gems.
They've got gems.
They got gems.
In the mines.
I think one day I saw a
mine.
diamond.
We're
Okay.
a million
It's so great.
diamonds.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? Where are you guys going?
Should we head back to the wagon? Let her know to maybe keep some guard here, or to keep at least somebody to watch this, and then head back with the rest. Get some rest and recuperation into everybody.
I think we do need to leave this place very soon. I am very tired. I just 2 small bits of stuff. Peanut, what does that key do? I haven't forgotten that you just took that. What's that for?
As you look over, you see Peanut like fist deep in like his mouth,
Phrasing. Phrasing.
like knocking his teeth out and like pulling teeth
that's
out.
getting clipped.
Yeah, fist deep, man, fist deep. Taking his teeth, like taking as much teeth as she could possibly hammer out of his face.
I'm expecting an email from Twitch like tomorrow.
Like
Holy
going across
fuck.
everyone's faces who said that was amazing. I'm
That's
like,
a
I'm
normal
sorry, what's he
saying.
doing?
It's a normal saying.
Peanut,
No,
I
it's
will.
not.
I will say in the time that you've been doing this, you gather 3 teeth.
Eh?
I'll say that in this time, because you've only been doing it like a minute or so, you gather 3
But I'm
teeth.
fast and strong.
Sure, okay, 4 teeth.
Thanks.
Strong.
I'm going to put this out there. Pulling teeth is notoriously a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but not if you have a spade. You just bang. Like that's knocks a few teeth out. Like and
Jesus
Doing it
Christ.
surgically, I see.
that's
Fucking
why my
hell.
hand was in his mouth because I was pulling the teeth out.
Could you imagine going to the dentist and go, I hate to be rude, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. And he goes, yeah, sure. And just pulls a spade out. Boom!
I brought this
Oh,
shovel.
Jerry.
A surgical
is-
shovel.
Classic
Just get this all
dentistry
out
tool.
really quick.
Like the irony of like hitting him in the face with one of his own shovels. It's like
Yeah.
fuck you. Like
Yeah.
So
you
like
hate
the
It
irony
it.
was
didn't go
lost on
very
us.
well for me. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it
Anyway,
didn't.
Peanut,
What
you were asked what the key's for.
Yeah. So she's gonna like scurry over. Her hands are covered in blood. And she's like putting the teeth in her little bag. So, this key. Okay, I saw, in the guy, that disgusting guy, in his house and his place of work. There was a safe. Remember, I told you guys about it when we first left. I
Yeah, I
think we should go
remember
get it.
I mean,
I absolutely agree with Peanut. And he like puts his arm out like absolutely agree with Peanut.
Octavius is suddenly
like-
very chipper and agreeing with Peanut.
It's like one mind, isn't it?
Almost like money's involved.
Yeah.
It's great.
I like
Already
that.
halfway there. What are we waiting for? Like,
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeryl's just going to just pick Ulrich up and just fly with him now instead of him just having to be dragged along. She's just going to pick him up.
just
and
Ulrich
just sort of
flying like.
Not even off
No,
the
no, no,
ground,
no,
just
no,
be
no,
dragging.
no, like a
Kind of
baby.
leg.
She's going to
Oh.
pick him up like a baby and just fly him.
Oh, it's just
Like
a
Princess
baby.
Carrie.
Like
Yeah,
I would
Princess
think
Carrie.
we
Yeah,
should-
Princess Carrie. Yeah, just Princess Carry him, just so that he doesn't have to walk and that. Just let her
Oh.
wings do work and just.
We'll always love you.
You are
what's
the
the-
wind
I think we're
beneath my
supposed to-
wings. You know, it's,
Yeah, what's the Creed song?
I think
Taking me higher.
Fucking hell.
I think we should actually call Torek for him, right? Because like he's so fucking heavy.
Just be careful, Ulrich, or you might have a fucking pet chick tomorrow.
That's how babies are made.
As you all arrive at Varric Bloodscale's office, the door opens with a creak on its rusted hinges, revealing a space starkly different to the brutal world below. It's quiet, unnervingly so. There is a flicker of dying torchlight that casts long shadows across the walls and thick rugs now stained with dust and blood in one localized spot. Maps are pinned across the walls, scribbled with routes, names, towns that have been circled, documents scattered across the desk in the center of the room, weighed down by ledgers and sealed scrolls. One wall features a heavy, half-hidden iron safe that is sort of underneath a counter that seems to be locked. And yeah, that's all you see at the moment. So what do you guys want to do?
Let's open the safe.
My Octavius, you seem to be very just proactive all of a sudden. This is wonderful.
Careful, Jack. Your Octavius is showing.
I mean, come on, that's me.
Okay,
well,
so you guys go ahead and do that. Correct, what are you doing?
Yeah, while they're interested in the safe, Coric's going to start pulling together the maps and just trying to kind of put them in some kind of order, organize them a little bit, sort of, because there's clearly going to be lots of useful information in these maps, so he's going to start pulling that all together.
Hell yeah. So you start pulling maps together, and you also see that there is a drawer on the other side of the desk that's kind of a little bit open. You pull
Slightly
open.
ajar.
Slightly ajar. And you see inside there is inside is a leather-bound book or a ledger of some form. So you start to pull all the maps and everything together, and you pull out this this kind of ledger. The rest of you try to beat Octavius to the safe, but are not that quick. Octavius begins tapping his foot impatiently as Peanut
Wiping drool off his chin.
Yeah. As Peanut walks
Look
across.
at this.
Giggling to himself like a schoolgirl.
Like that.
All the treasure.
Instead of fucking as Gollum waits by the safe for his precious.
Peanut totally knows. Like, she knows that you're that you're eager. So she starts, like, she has like bits of her hair that she's like putting the teeth on, and she's like making a little bracelet of teeth as she walks up to you. She's like, you want this?
Yeah, he just snatches it.
And she's like, put it on.
You
He looks at all the teeth
So
and hair.
gross.
And yeah, just looking at it. Is there a trash can nearby?
If you put that in the trash, I put the key in the trash. Put it on.
He puts it on the
Let's go
table.
wear it really quickly. Put it on. Wear it.
We'll just head outside for a minute of it. It seems like you two need to be alone.
Peanut just turns, and anyway, I started blasting. So you take the key, you open up the safe, and you see that there are 5 bags inside, marked with the consortium sigil on, all neatly stacked within this safe. Each of them, as you pick them out, quite heavy to hold, and you know, with just a little bit of a movement, you can hear that there are coins inside. You take all 5 bags. Coric, do you begin to have a look through the ledger at all, or do you just pocket that?
He's gonna have a little bit of a flick through it.
Okay. Given that you're not reading it entirely, I'll give you an idea of what is inside. You see that there are names of noble patrons. You see that there are details of a new shipment of aether-infused minerals. And there is also mention of a crimson signet. As you are pocketing the ledger and the maps, your vision immediately turns to safe. As you spot something behind the bags, as Peanut and Octavius are fighting each other to grab hold of these bags of money, you see
Trying not to
that
slip
there
over all
is
the slobber from Octavius.
there is a panel at the back safe. And because of where you're stood at the desk, see that the panel isn't at the back of the safe, if that makes sense. Sort of in the middle of it. On the inside. Panel on the giving you an idea that there is something amiss.
I'm probably gonna wait a minute for things to calm down with the tussling over the bags. let them fight that out for a minute. Let that settle down, because Corey doesn't want to be involved in that. And
Or it's
then
got Octavius and Yarl's got Peanut. Just right. You in that
Yes,
corner.
Come on,
You in
right
that
over
corner.
here. No, stop,
And-
no, stop hitting each other.
Come
No,
on.
no,
And
come
then-
on. You're going for
Let me
timeout.
at him,
Come
let
on,
me at
no,
him.
no, no. Come on.
Come on, come on,
Let me
Da-da-da-da-da! Peanut power!
and you're Scrappy Doo.
Jesus, this episode's going to
He
be
would,
intense.
he would even be like when they have the 5 bags, seeing Kohik like doing the maps, like, wow, look at these 4 bags of gold.
As Peanut and Octavius are corralled away from the safe, gives you a bit of an opening, Coric.
So I'm gonna go up and investigate this panel a bit
Absolutely.
more closely.
Roll me an investigation check, please, sir.
Sure thing, boss. That is a 24.
Oh, is more than enough. You
Dang.
know that this is a false panel as you begin to kind of push the top. On the right-hand side, you push and it kind of just swings open towards you. And as you discover that behind the private panel, you see a firearm.
Oh,
Good day.
guy's got a
Gonna-
piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the piece.
See that it is wrought from black steel and inlaid with glowing aether conduit. See that the weapon is sleek, compact, and warm to the touch. See a core of crystallized aether pulses center, barely contained behind etched cliff glass.
Okay.
And it
I'm gonna take
explodes, and you all die. No,
Eh,
Hey.
no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's a mimic. Oh. I'm gonna take it out. Be a little bit gentle with it. But yeah, take it out and just kind of have it in my hands, so everyone can see it, because no secrets between friends.
So, you gather everything you can from the office. You deem that there is nothing else to be gained from this location. What do you guys want to do?
As we're sort of stood in the office, ill-gotten gains around us, everyone kind of marveling at the things that have been procured. Or kind of looks to the door and says, well, we should probably make a move. They'll be waiting for us. But I just wanted to say that I'm very proud of all of you for what you did down there. You fought as hard as you could, and we've been victorious. And if it wasn't for all of you, I might not have made it out of there alive. God knows it was a trial getting back, but thank you all, truly. I can honestly say I can call you friends.
Best friends.
You're welcome.
Never have left
Sorry,
there
that
without
sounded a
you.
bit, that sounded a bit worse than I
Moving
thought.
Octavius out of the way for this lovely moment.
That sounded so much worse out loud than I thought in my head. Like,
You
like
really
you're
have to
welcome.
sit for
Like, you're
that.
welcome. Like, just like friends, you're welcome. And
Damn it.
that was so...
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're a dick.
We would never have left here without you, Ulrich.
Well, now we can all leave together. So,
I told you I would come get you.
I didn't doubt you for a second. So, shall we go back and
The wagon.
return the people to their homes?
To finish this mission.
He kind of puts his... you've got to stop eating things you find in offices, seriously. Just,
It's not good for you. You're gonna get a
you
bad
don't know
tummy.
how long it's been here.
And then it looks dusty in here. It's really not good. You spit it out now, okay? All right. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Excellent. You all...
As
Harry.
Hero just Princess picks up Ulrich again and just flies off like, God, get it together, Peanuts. Come on, dear.
My hero.
You all
You can
begin...
see your-
You all begin to walk down the steps from the office and back through the quarry itself towards the entrance where you are expected by Torren and the rescued prisoners that you've just... And as you do, all of which, with every step, you are all breathing sighs of relief. A hard-fought battle has just been won, but strange vibration begins to fill the air. Not sound, not sensation, but something felt in the soul. The world itself begins to fold in around you, like a page being turned, and suddenly you're somewhere else. And we're just going to go for a quick break here. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. So, go grab yourselves a drink, go to the bathroom, do all that fun stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, it's the end of this part of the episode. Next episode will be released on Thursday. For those of you watching live, we'll see you in about 5-10 minutes.